Okay. This one thing I'm going to do is laugh at myself because I am entertaining to myself. They say he who laughs at him or she who laughs at herself never runs out of things to laugh at. So I laugh a lot. So it is December 3rd, and we just had the new moon in Sagittarius, depending on who you ask, we might still be in that window. I like to think that we're always in a cycle of beginning anew. We see that in the sun cycle, right? Every 24 hours, we have a sun that rises, and the death is us going to sleep. And to me, as a yogi practitioner, going to sleep is kind of like the corpse pose. And in yoga, at the end of your practice, you've been moving and so forth or whatnot, and you allow yourself to rest, to rejuvenate, to heal, to be still. Depending on how you sleep. I don't know if you like me. It's like a little rotisserie turkey, little rotisserie chicken all night. But yeah, it's a where was I going with that? The cycles. So yeah, we have our own embodiment of cycles within us, whether they're regular, irregular, however, but we're naturally attuned as women to be in harmony and balance with nature. We are a divine expression of that above and below. So let's see what goddess shows herself this evening. Let's see, what do we need to know in this space, in this circle? For those here on the live and those catching the replay. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, that makes sense. Well, speaking of letting go and releasing, the message that we have is one of purification. Right? It is time for a cleansing detox of your body and mind. So this could be a prompt for you if you've been thinking about it. This is also a confirmation. And let's see what Miss Coventina also has to say. All right, so Miss Coventina is a powerful Celtic goddess of the waters, including oceans, lakes, streams, ponds, and rivers, protecting bodies of water and their inhabitants. Thank God somebody is. And also, she's happy to help you with your divine assignment as it relates to environmentalism, if that's something that calls for you. Wishing wells are made in her honor. So every time you make a wish in a wishing well, throw a penny or something, give thanks for the divine feminine that is supporting you and granting your wish. So, since our bodies are primarily made of water, about 70%, give or take, she's also involved with helping us purify our physical selves. And so she reminds us that purification means keeping our thoughts, our speech filled with positive words, and empowering and strengthening our bodies and lives. So, other meanings for tonight's message of purification is to follow your intuition's guidance about making any lifestyle changes, stop abusing any alcohol or drugs, avoid processed foods, and eat more organically. Keep your thoughts and speech positive. Adopt a vegetarian, vegan diet, go on a fast or detox. This could also be validation that your current health intentions are working, and so you are healing. Um, Personally, when it comes down to your body, I am a big proponent for listening to your own inner wisdom. Um, I don't necessarily subscribe to a vegan or a vegetarian diet. I just had a fried egg when I got to the house, so But but do you? And also in like Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine practices, meat can be medicinal when it's sourced properly, and also can help with issues such as fertility, blood, collagen production, joint lubrication, digestive lubrication, all those types of things. So, if you're interested in Chinese medicine practices or Ayurveda, I suggest you start with a quiz. You could do like free Chinese medicine element quiz or Ayurveda dosha, DOSHA quiz, and it'll tell you your body's constitution. It's kind of similar to, eating for your blood type or I don't know, they have like a blood type diet, different diets and stuff, but always listen to your own inner wisdom. And in order to do that, part of that is to purify your space, your energy, taking time out for practices like this. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and exhaling out through the mouth. Repeating a few rounds of breathing in this manner, inhaling, expanding the belly, the heart space, the mind, and exhale. Squeezing it all out. Maybe taking one or two more rounds in this manner, inhaling and exhaling. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to gently close your eyes if that's safe and available for you. Bringing the lips gently closed. You just breathe in and out through the nose. Giving yourself a moment to just set everything else aside. Allowing all the energies of the day just settle around you. Honoring this time for yourself. Allowing tonight's message to just land where it may. Noticing the thoughts that may have come up. You perceive purification. What does that mean to you? How does that make you feel as you allow yourself to drop down into the body and just observing your emotions that may surround this evening's message of purification? Dropping down a little further into the body, down into the hips, allowing your awareness to continue to expand down through the legs, to the soles of your feet. Taking a moment to just be. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe feeling the world around you slowing down. Allowing your awareness be within. Allowing everything around you become quiet. Background noise. Knowing that you can always come back to the breath. The mind begins to wander, your focus, attention begins to wander. Just breathe. Relax. and either through base of your spine or through the soles of your feet. Simply through your intention and imagination, begin to grow roots down into the earth, allowing these roots to take with it anything that you would like to release. Maybe the energies of your day, anything that's been on the mind, anything that's been in the emotional space, any sensations within the body. Just allow yourself to release, to let go, honoring tonight's message of purification. All the energies of others you may have contacted and spoken with, interacted with today. Feeling all of the energetic dust around you simply falling down into the earth. Maybe your roots twist and turn as they move through the various depths of earth, all the way down into the center. Perhaps they root down into a space that feels stable and grounded, secure, safe, a resourceful wellspring that's here to support you. And know that the center of the earth can look in whatever way feels good to you. Maybe it's filled with mountains and valleys. Maybe it's filled like a cenote, an aquifer, a beautiful space of water that's comforting, calming, healing. Maybe it's like a wild, exotic paradise. Maybe you see a crystalline core, an amethyst geode that you root down into, cave filled with diamonds and gemstones, temple filled with emeralds and rubies, gold, silver. Take a moment just to fully arrive. Sit in that energy, knowing that it is always available for you. Allowing yourself just to let go of all the experiences of today as you root down, rest, find comfort and solace here in this personal paradise, just for you. Breathe. Allowing the breath to lengthen, deepen. Seeing if you can soften just a little more. Letting go just a little more. Relaxing just a little more. In the space of releasing, maybe you take time, consciously release anything that may be taking up space in your connection to spirit, taking up space within the mind, taking up space within your emotions, taking up space within your body, taking up space within your sensuality, connecting with others in intimacy, taking up space within your social circles, taking up space in your finances. What are you willing to release, sacrifice to offer, so that you can receive that which truly aligns with your next steps, the next timeline, the next chapter, the next book of your life? Maybe it's people, situation, habits, places, spaces, thoughts, feeling surrounding your self-concept, how you see yourself, how you feel about yourself. What would it feel like? Simply allow them to loosen up and begin to flow down into the earth. Know that it is safe to let go. Surrender. All that you release is being replaced with better. Lean into this truth. It's your time. And you can release down into the earth, grounding these energies out in any way, shape that serves you. Maybe they begin to release as little flower petals falling down to the earth, leaves falling down into the earth, specks of light, flow of water. a beam of light, pillar, dust. However they take form as they leave your space, just breathe and let them go. The breath is a facilitator to help move that chi, the life force energy, through your body. In moments where energy becomes stuck, breathing into those spaces with conscious awareness allows them to soften. The breath allows the energy to start being transmuted and to move through the body. Softens the edges. Allows energy to dissipate and dissolve, purifying your mind, body, heart, and soul. Breathing in, breathing out. Slow and steady. With all that you've released, it's now time for you to receive. The earth has received and recycled. Return to sender all the energy, all that you have let go of. And just like magic, turning lead into gold, you begin to feel this beautiful magnetic pull of the earth, helping you to soften and release even more, simultaneously beginning to shoot its energy up through your roots, sending you most high qualities of earth, creativity, abundance, resources, strength, flow, beauty, groundedness, a dynamic, undeniable presence, life force energy coming up all the way into the soles of your feet, all the way to the base of your spine. Allowing that to come up through the belly, come up through the heart space, come up to the chest, and beginning to part ways, flowing down to the arms, your hands, and your fingertips. Take a moment to just notice this cycle of purification. Turning from the base of your spine down into the earth. Feeling yourself anchored, tethered tightly at both ends, base of your spine and center of the earth. Whatever that looks like for you, your personal paradise. Letting it be as opulent, as beautiful, as quiet as you would like. Also receiving the resources, the support needed from the earth up into the soles of your feet, through your legs, into the hips, through the belly, feeling yourself just taking a nice deep breath, allowing it to come up into the heart space as you continue to breathe, up into the chest and down through the arms, hands, and fingertips. From a space of knowing and trusting that the intelligence of Earth knows what is happening, what is needed, what is being done on your behalf. Your next breath, shift your awareness, crown of your head. If the center of the earth was a paradise filled with jewels, gold, silver, gemstones, flowers, maybe you allow yourself to make a crown of those resources, those materials, and just placing that gold crown, that flower crown upon your head. Noticing what that feels like. Remembering your divinity. Allowing that crown to reflect the beauty, the grace that has always been yours, that you've embodied because you are here. This is how you've shown up. And from the far edges of the universe that holds the divine coding, the feminine that supports you in all ways, like liquid gold, it begins to flow through the ethers, finding you right here, right now, in this moment, swirling around your crown, eventually making its way to the tresses of your hair, down into the mind, into the space between the brows, just swirling around there to clear any energy out, allowing it to come down into the throat, this beautiful golden light swirling, clearing out any energies held within the throat, flowing down the back of the body, just behind the heart, clearing out any past emotional energies as it swirls and twirls, moving its way down the back of the solar plexus, clearing out any ties, any tethers, any power struggles, releasing you. Allowing it to flow, twisting and turning down into the sacrum. Eventually moving down to the base of the spine, swirling and twirling, dancing with the earth energy, allowing them to work in tandem, purify your space, your body, your energy centers, your womb space, allowing this energy to come back up the front of the body. And just for a moment, just be explorative, try something new. Allow this golden light that has flowed down the black back of your body, down to the base of your spine and looping up the front of the body. Allow it to come into your womb space. Feel it coming up. Allowing it to move and swirl around the opening of your womb, coming up into the cervix, the uterus, swirling and twirling around your ovaries, just giving yourself a moment to clear the energy held within your creative space, your sacred space. We don't always take time to connect our most sacred parts of ourselves, that which as women has been shunned, repressed, abused. Take a moment to allow this beautiful divine light to soften, clear, to purify, so that you can be in a space of receiving pleasure, joy, happiness, esteem, comfort, wild abundance, beauty, grace. Breathing in, breathing out. Allowing anything that may come up to be released, any sensations to just flow down the grounding cord. and you're ready, you can begin to direct this beautiful golden light up through the low belly, into the solar plexus, up into the heart space, filling your heart with gold and light, allowing it to come up through the throat, branching out down the arms into the hands and the fingertips, and coming up through the throat, through the mind, through the space between the brows, up and out your crown, fountaining out, creating beautiful orb of light all around you. Your aura sealed, healed, purified, taking pleasure in this moment that you've gifted to yourself, acknowledging how much you truly love yourself for being here and showing up. You did this for you because you know how to honor your divinity. You are the embodiment of all the goodness above and below. You deserve all of the goodness above and below. Sometimes it takes just a moment, pause, breathe, be still, and to remember all the power that is within you. Whatever it is that will support you the rest of your evening, this week, this season, the remainder of this calendar year, just visualize all of these things as clear as you possibly can, a beautiful ball of light above your crown. This ball of light holding sacred all that you need and desire and are calling in. And when it is all nice and full, almost bursting at the seams, opening up yourself 100% worthy, receptive, allowing it to pour down into the crown, filling every cell of your body from head to toe. Allow it to flow, nice and slow. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax. And slowly, gently, beginning to bring some movement to your fingers, your toes, taking a nice, gentle stretch to bring yourself back to this moment, coming back to your present, and gently opening your eyes when you are ready. So, this message of purification, great time of year to do that. And I can't think of what I was going to say. I'm a little blissed out here. Um, Collective message. Okay, that's a good place to start. Let me go there. Collective message. So this season, when I say season, take it how you want. It could be the season of fall, right? It could be Sagittarius season. Both are about letting go so that freedom can reign. Freedom from the things that have been weighing you down, freedom from the things that have been keeping you stuck, freedom from the things that just, you just don't know what the hell to do with it. Freedom from uncertainty and the things that, like I said, mentally, emotionally, just don't really feel good. Okay. And the more you allow yourself to recognize that and to release it, right? It doesn't have to be out of, you don't have to justify it. You don't have to, give yourself a reason to. If you have one, cool. If not, that's fine. But whatever it is that feels like, I'm just kind of not feeling this anymore. This is just not the vibe. That's okay. You don't have to guilt yourself, or shame yourself into releasing anything. Okay, you can always pick it back up if you want, you know. Worry, anxiety is always there for the taking. So it ain't going nowhere, You can always come back and pick it up if you want to, but this is a season for really prioritizing what is it that helps you to feel more free, to feel more alive, and that takes purifying your mind, body, and spirit, so that you can make space for the new. And that new should be something that is based in pleasure. In the Tantra trainings, that is two parts. We do a lot of healing work, a lot of shadow work to purify ourselves, right? To release the energy we've been holding. They say the body keeps the score. Personally, I don't like that idea. Just because I just don't subscribe to the whole my body's keeping tally of things, because that seems petty. All right. And I don't think I like if somebody I knew every time I did something, they kept score of it. Like, would I really want to fuck with them? No. So I'd be like, gosh, so I don't want to put my body in that space. However, energy can get trapped or stuck, because it has nowhere to go. And so this also can be a season where you allow yourself to grieve the things that you are releasing. Just because you're releasing something doesn't mean anything bad happened. It doesn't necessarily mean that you even want to let it go. Sometimes things happen outside of our control. And what we can do is honor our emotions that we have, notice the attachments that we might have had to it, and allow ourselves to grieve. So with that being said, in those processes of letting go, it's kind of like the trees, right? The leaves, they start to turn. So maybe there's some things in your life, relationships, feelings, thoughts, things that are just kind of turning a little dull, right? The leaves in the spring and summer, they're, vibrant and colorful. And then in the fall, winter, everything starts to get a little drab. So maybe there's some areas in your life where things are getting a little drabby, okay? A little dingy, a little gray, a little, and in that process, like I said, just like the trees, right? The color of the leaves start to change and they eventually get loosened up when it's time to be released. And what happens? The wind comes and blows, the air blows and shakes it loose just a little bit, gently enough for it to be released and just fall to the earth. And so the breath, air, is our way as humans to bring some, shake things up a little bit to see what needs to be released. And as we're doing that, grief may come up, emotions may come up, shame, sometimes guilt will come up. And that's okay to honor them, but continue to breathe so that they can continue to move and flow and go where they need to. And then in that space, you now have an opportunity to call in something that brings you pleasure. So to offset pain, the purification of those heavier energies, you want to also bring in pleasure. And this helps to reset your nervous system so that any trauma that's been stored for survival purposes or as a survival mechanism through your central nervous system can now understand how to counterbalance itself by receiving pleasure and being reminded that there is also good that you can receive as well. And when that happens, the neuroplasticity of your brain starts to say, oh, I actually like this pleasure thing better. And then it starts to rewire itself to want to experience more of that. And as we know, where attention goes, energy flows. So when you start to align more with allowing yourself to receive pleasure, to experience pleasure, then because that is your natural state, right? That is what you're going to start to attract through your electromagnetic presence through law of attraction, because that is where you are now focused. All right. So that went deep. Was not okay. All right, teacher Kisha. So purification. May the rest of your evening and your week be peaceful.